So step one is to line up the decimal points. So I'm going to neatly rewrite 7.19. That's 7 and 1900ths. If it's on my paper, it should be on yours. So some of your pencils should be moving. Get your packet, put your name on it. Move your Chromebook this side. Be focused. Come on, we're working on being good students. And then we're going to line up our decimal points. 3.54. These all line up. They all have something. So we're just going to add 9 plus 4. 13. Remember, this is a 3. I need to put the 1 above the next. I have to carry it over. 1 plus 1 is, plus 5 is. Remember, with adding and subtracting, our decimal comes straight down. And then 7 plus 3 is 10. That's my answer. All right. Number 2 looks a little trickier, but don't get fooled. 2.372. I want my decimal here, so I'm going to put an 8 after it, a 6 before it, and I have a 1 here. If it is helpful for you, not completely necessary for addition, but you can put zeros behind here to keep everything nice and neat in line, okay? You see how they're all lined up in their own row? So here we have 2 plus 0, which is 7 plus 0 is, and 8 plus 3 is 11. Remember, we have to carry that 1 over. What do we do with our decimal? Bring it straight down. 1 plus 2 plus 6 is 9, and bring down your 1. 0 plus 1 is, it is. I know I can't regulate temperature well. Sorry, I keep opening the window, closing the window, opening the window, closing the window. Is there a way to pick up blocks so it stays open? I try that, but if it blows all the way open, then I can't close it. It's kind of a hot mess. All right, so remember how I told you we didn't necessarily have to have zeros here, but we're always going to have to fill in place values rather for our subtraction. All right, so this is always going to be necessary for subtraction. Step 2 is, we're going to line up our decimal points again, 6.407. This is nice because these have the same number, same value, same place values, I should say. Okay? But with subtraction, some of you forget to borrow, so please be careful. What's 7 minus 2? 5. The trick question is, what's 0 minus 9? I can't do that, right? I gotta borrow. The 4 becomes a, the 0 becomes a, 10 minus 9 is, 3 minus 1 is, again, my decimal's coming straight down. Gentlemen, please stop talking. Please start writing. And what's 6 minus 2? 4. All right, not so bad. This next one's a little bit trickier. We have 42 and 3/10, right? 42.3 minus my 3 is going to go underneath my 2, and then I have 0.905. This lines up my decimal points. What is step 2? Insert zeros when necessary, right? So we're going to put our zeros here. I always like to use a little bit of a jump. Instead of borrowing from the 3, making it 10, borrowing from the 10, making it 9, and so on, I could just borrow from the 30. If I borrow from the 30, see the 30? What does it become? 29. The 30 becomes 29, and now I can just say 10 minus 5 is what? 5. You mean you borrow and then you borrow again? I just borrowed once. What? Good. Decimals are good. What's 9 minus 0? Can I take 9 from 2? No, I borrow from this 2, it becomes a 1. What's 12 minus 9? 3. Again, bring your decimal straight down. I can't take 3 from 1. I borrow from the 4, it becomes a 3. What's 11 minus 3? 8. 3 minus nothing is 3. All right. So far, so good? Yes, no, maybe so. All right. Let's keep cruising then. I'm lining up my decimal points. 5.91, 8.308. Notice my decimals are in order. If you like, you could put that there. You don't have to when we're adding though. Should we do it together so it's real quick? What's 0 plus 8? 8. 1 plus 0? 9 plus 3? Don't forget to carry that 1 over. That makes the 5 a 6. What's 6 plus 8? 14. Did you bring your decimal straight down? Make sure you know where that decimal goes. All right, this one's pretty straightforward. We're going to have to borrow though. 7.24 minus 3.98. Oh. Just reached and it was painful. All right. I can't take 8 from 4. The 2 becomes a 1, making this 14. What's 14 minus 8? 6. Y'all need to ask Santa for flashcards for Christmas.
Asking for Oculus. I'm not saying Santa. Who's Santa for? Oh, bro.
If I take 1 from 7, it becomes 6. What's 11 minus 9? 2. Bring down your decimal. 6 minus 3 is 3. All right. Try 3 and 4. We're subtracting, and then we are adding. Try those. Do not just write the answer.
I don't know.
Zeros in places. Because I had to borrow from the copy. I know. But I thought of that 3 and that 0 is 3. So I could have. Claire, I could have said 442.300. I could have borrowed from the 3, making it a 2, making this a 10. But then I would have to borrow from the 10, making this a 9, making this a 10. I could have done that. Okay. Go over a minute. You should be doing this next one. It looks like we're ready to go over these.
I don't know if Dave was that throwing stuff at Jaden. Yeah, he is.
David, quit throwing stuff.
He threw this at me.
Thank you.
And then he threw when he breaks the top.
David, please don't throw anything. If you're not throwing nothing, then you are throwing things. So you should probably learn how to speak proper English so you don't, you know, make yourself look even guiltier. You may. All right. So here's my trick again, guys. When we're subtracting, we have to have number 2. Number 2 is this step up here. This is number 2. Insert zeros. Number 2 means we have to insert zeros. So that's what we did. Now I can think of this as a 70. If I borrow from the 70, I get a 6 and a 9, which makes this 10. What's 10 minus 6? 4. 9 minus 5 is also 4. And 6 minus 1 is? What's 6 minus 2? 4. Yes. Did you guys get this one? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Some of you, Exia, are not focused.
You are confusing so much with whatever 30 and 70.
I'm sorry. I'm just giving you another way to do it. You can still do it your way.
Okay.
All right. Lots of people got this one. Remember, since we're adding, we don't necessarily have to put zeros, but we can. This is 1, 8, 14. 8 and 8 is 16. Did you get it? All right, check your work. Make sure you got it. Look where you went wrong if you didn't get it. All right, hop into page 2. Page 2, go ahead and all right. I will in a little bit. Turn to page 2 with us. Listen, we're going to do the odds together. You're going to do the evens and we'll go over them. 21. I have 2 decimal places here, so I'm going to go ahead and write 2 decimal places here. That way, when I go to write this, I have them nice and lined up, right? Here we go again. Here we go again. Instead of borrowing from the 1, I'm going to borrow from the 10. If I borrow from the 10, this 1 is really 0, and the 10 becomes 9, right? What's 10 minus 3? 7. What's 9 minus 8? 1. Because we simply don't have time. That's why we haven't been doing word problems. What's 20 minus 16? 4. All right. Write out number 6. Quickly do it. I know you're doing it right now. We're adding here. Be careful. We're going back and forth from adding to subtracting. Make sure you're doing the correct operation.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. But this isn't anybody who's gonna get money.
All right, guys, your voices should be off. You should be doing number 6. Okay. He's not here. You're welcome. Some of you are even moving on. You're awesome. All right. So real quick to check your work, this 6 comes down. 3 and 9 is 12. 7 plus 4 is 11. Remember that decimal comes straight down. 10 plus 1 is 11, making this a 7. Did you get it right? Thumbs up, thumbs down. All right, let's do this next one together. 27 and 1/10,000 minus 18. Remember, my decimals need to be lined up. So I'm going to put a 0 here where there is nothing. All right, what's 1 minus 0? 1. I'm going to borrow from the 70. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. I can't take 8 from 6, so I'm borrowing, Gibson. Good grief. 16 minus 8 is 8, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Where's my decimal? Well, it comes straight down. Make sure you're writing neatly. What did I do?
Oh, I'm looking at number 9.
All right, seems reasonable. Write down number 8. Line up your decimal points. Oh, you guys are getting all the nice ones. All you had to do was add here. Add. Don't forget to carry over.
Okay. Guys, make sure you're spelling the word. An answer is not going to help you on the quiz. You need to know what we did and how we got there.
You have a lot of exercises. Start by writing the problems down. That's all that there is to do right now. All right, did you get it?
No.
All right, we're bringing these down. 1, 5, 11, 19. Bring down your decimal. 18 and 10. Did you get it right? Awesome, killing it. All right, this is 2-step. Well, we don't really have to do this. What's 7 plus 11? 18. The 11 doesn't have a decimal, so we're just going to say 18 and 300ths, right? And then we're subtracting 2 and 518 tenths, 100,000ths. I do need this 0 here. Do I see where I got 18 from? I added these up. These two added together to make 18 and 300ths. I mean, you could write it out. Right? Isn't the decimal right here on 11? Same thing. All right, we borrow. Shh. Too chatty. What's 10 minus 8? 2 minus 1. I can't take 5 from nothing. This 8 becomes a 7. What's 10 minus 5? 7 minus 2. 1. 1 minus 0, right? I didn't even do anything different than you do it. Where? All right, I borrowed from the 3, it became a 2, right? All right, I'll let you rewrite it. We have 18.030 minus 2.518. I took from the 3. It became a 2. So 10 minus 8 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. I can't take 5 from 0. I took from the 8. It became a 7. 10 minus 5 is 5. Thank you. 7 minus 2 is 5. 1 minus 0 is 1. All right, try this one. This one we can't really take any shortcuts, right? We've got to show all of it. Minus 15.7. 8 minus 0. Where you at? 8 minus 0. Where do you see 8 minus 0? 0 minus 8, you had to borrow. You have to borrow. You can't just add those up. All right, do this subtraction, then add it. All right, I'm catching up to my subtractors. 2 minus 0, 4 minus 0. Those are very straightforward. This one we had to borrow though, so the 6 becomes a 5. 11 minus 7 is 4. 15 minus 15 is 0. Right, now we have to add that to that 6 and 8200ths. We're adding it this time. So go ahead and do that. Come on, boys. All right, so your 2 comes straight down. You have a 6, 12, carry the 1, 7. You guys get 7? And 262 tenths, hundred thousandths. If not, what did you do? We're adding, right? 2, 4 plus 2, 4 plus 8, carry the 1. All right, so you guys have page number 3, but look at how beautiful it is. How many questions do you need to do? 6, that is it. So 6 problems to practice. Go, go, go. Alex. I'm sorry. You find it. 1 second. Let me end this so it's not forever long. Make it forever long.